Welcome to episode 7 of Coppersmith Cook in our House of Copper. As you know, this is a combination of old school trades and old school life, and today we are doing a couple of things. We are going to be working on incorporating our chicken flock. We have babies or adolescents, and then we have adult flock that has been already integrated a year ago. So I'm just going to show you how we do that and my methods, and it's basically, bottom line, chickens are still a constant experiment. Then I'm going to go into the shop and we're going to do some hinge work. I have to make some hinges for a box, and then we're actually not cooking. It's hot today. It's warm. Obviously, I'm filming these a few months, out of order just to get them done and posted in time. So it's warm outside, so I'm actually not cooking. I'm making a salad, which is basically a riff off of like the packaged stuff that you can buy at Walmart and everything, but you can do it way less expensive and get way more bang for your buck if you make it yourself, but it's essentially the exact same ingredients. So we're gonna do that, and without further ado, here is episode 7 of Coppersmith Cook. So, chickens. Always a challenge. We have new babies. I have integrated flocks before. It's not as hard, I think, as I've heard it to be, but this time it's totally way harder. So I'm going to show you the brooder box that I built that fits inside the coop, because the goal is for the adult chickens to get used to seeing and hearing the younger birds, and then when they're fully feathered, the younger birds, they should be able to be integrated. That would normally be totally fine, except I do have one adult bird that has decided she wants to kill the babies, so I may kill her. But I mean, she's laying an egg. It's 3 laying birds for 1 laying bird. That's mean. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to show you what we do, and then I'm going to tell you another trick I think I'm going to try, if I can one-handedly open the chicken coop. And she's gonna pop in because she always does whenever I do this. Okay. Oh, look, I have 3 eggs. Okay, see them in their little privacy area? Okay, so this is my brooder box. As you can see, it fits inside my coop, but it has this open top, which allows the adults to see and hear the babies. And in the past, this has been totally fine to integrate. It took me no time. I had let the babies out and my adult birds were fine. This time, not so much. So what I'm actually going to end up doing, because these poor birds are so trapped, I'm actually going to create a small pen inside my run, and that's where I'm actually going to quarantine, I can use that word now, my one bird, there she is, who picks on the babies, so that she will be forced to see them in her space, but not be able to attack them, but still have, outside access. So she's actually going to get penned in for several days while I let the babies out, because my other bird, both the barred rock there and my mixed breed underneath, who's the queen, are very kind to the babies, but this astrolabe is a bit of a pain. You also, Ishkirka, should grow your feathers back after molting. Just an idea. Okay, so now we're in the shop. Today, like I said, I'm actually going to be making hinges, so you get to see what the hinges look like. And this was the original box that we have to recreate at the request of the customer. And it's actually made out of tin and was probably painted or japanned and has butt soldering. And then there's these hinges. It's for a halt tree. The request is to make it out of copper so it doesn't rust. And so here is the new box, but with different seams so that they just hold up a little bit nicer. And then here are the handmade D-rings out of just copper wire that were brazed at Bob's shop, because Bob has the hottest torch and I don't. But you can see this. So what we need to do is we need to make the hinges that are going to get soldered on the inside here, and then we're done with the box. So here we go. Okay, so here's my D-ring, right? And I want to have this piece that has been cut go around it and hold it, and then it can move, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a drill bit that's a little bit wider than the diameter of my copper D-ring, and then I'm going to use not a vise, but like a clamp. And I'm gonna slide this in like this. See, it's so weird to see my fingernails painted. I did it for fun, and it's super bizarre to see. And then I'm gonna clamp it around, and then we should be able to just use the hinge. So we're gonna use some of those tools and fancy up the corners, and we'll be done with the hinge. So now I have a hinge that fits and it's cute, and I have a box. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to flux this and put solder on the inside, put flux like in between my two little things there, put flux and a really skinny piece of solder. And then I'm going to put solder where I wanna put this hinge, or not solder, I'm sorry, flux. So flux and solder, and then on the inside, flux and solder. And then you would just press with, you can either clamp it or whatever, you press it down and heat that whole little area, and all that solder will run with the flux, and you will have a match to the last design. So just a heads up, I'm going to do a longer video on just how to do hinges, a much more detailed and show all of this process. So watch for that if that interests you. Otherwise, that's it for the chef right now. Simple salad for today, just bowls like this. And we're gonna use green cabbage, purple cabbage, kale, romaine lettuce, though any lettuce works, and then some spring onions or the little green onions, and then whatever cheese, trips or trigger, cheddar's really good with this, obviously a Wisconsin thing too, and then some tortilla strips that you can buy just at any grocery store, topped off with a Southwest Chipotle ranch dressing. So healthy, super easy, not even cooking, more like slicing, but it's something that we eat almost every day as a lunch here at the house. So I'm just gonna show you what I do. It's almost a recreation of a boxed meal that you can buy like pre-packaged, But this way it's less expensive and you can get a ton more bang for your buck off of using the raw ingredients. So here we go. So that was episode 7. I hope you had fun. I hope that you learned something. I hope the hinges were interesting and helpful, and I hope that the salad you try, and it's really tasty, I promise. My husband, who is not a green person, totally loves this salad. So it's doable. It's really tasty. If you have any questions, let me know. If you have any thoughts about any of the coppersmithing or the food, let me know. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you on my next video, whichever one that will be. Take care.